Uh, Rabbi, thank you for hosting us here. It's always a pleasure to come back to Sar Shalom. It's a great congregation that supports Israel, but today's really extended, and many more people that I didn't have a chance to get to know before. So, commissioners and pastors and judges, welcome, and everybody welcome. I'm happy to see you here. I try and visit, of course, when I'm invited, Sar Shalom at least once a year, but this time it's really not about me, it's about someone else I'm going to introduce in a minute. But I also want to thank you, Ben, for a very passionate introduction of why we are here today. So, thank you very much for this. It's also, and thank you, police officers, for taking care of us. Or as I used to say, police officer. So, Ben, thank you, but not just thank you, but you also remind me strongly why it's important for me to come and visit and others to come and visit, because we have to always keep educating people of the importance ties between Ohio and Israel and the USA and Israel. I could talk for hours about what the Bible tells us, but Genesis 12:3 says it, clearly. God talks to Abram and says, and I will bless you, and I will bless those who bless you, and I will curse those who curse you. But for me, by the way, as an Israeli Jew, the most important part is the end of the verse, where God says to Abram, and in you, all the families of earth shall be blessed. It's not about, I will bless those who bless you and I will curse them. In you, all the families of earth shall be blessed. And I believe that this is something, whether you have a strong faith or a weaker faith, it doesn't matter. I never judge people about it. I just want them to recognize the special bond that we all share. Yes. And Ben has made a great way of expressing it, and thank you again for this. And one last thing before I introduce our special guest. Someone told a joke about me that 2 KGB agents are sitting in Moscow and they get a signal from the satellite overlooking Israel, and they say, hey, there's still one communist in Israel. And actually it was me wearing the t-shirt of the Buckeyes. I consider myself to be a real Buckeye. The college championship 2014, and they won. And I'm like wearing those t-shirts for 2 weeks in Israel. And everybody's like, what the heck are you talking about? We don't even play football. We call, you call it football and we play soccer, so it's something different. So just one thing. Besides starting a leadership school where we train the future leaders of Israel, and we are hoping to make a real change and secure the existence of Israel with righteous and morally orientated and committed leaders to lead our country through many challenges that are still waiting. I mean, if you think you've seen it all, you haven't seen anything. The challenges are just growing in the Middle East. But besides this, I've taken upon myself, because I saw how many people here love and care about Israel, I really have taken that mission of getting Ohio and Israel as close as we can get. Again, we're a leadership school, and we're here always to get support for our work and share our experience, but if we have a chance of building more and more bridges, we do it happily, because, and I travel a lot and extensively all over the States, and I speak in churches and synagogues and so on. I've never seen one state in the United States, and I will say it everywhere, that loves Israel like Ohio, and specifically North Central Ohio. Amen. On the personal and emotional side of it, I'd like to make it clear. Thank you for hosting me. I'm not doing anyone a favor by coming and talking about Israel here. You're doing us a favor by hosting us. We appreciate it. We appreciate your investment of time, the support you give. It's important we don't take it for granted. And hopefully with some of our plans that we just started moving them, we're hoping to form a partnership with Ashland University and bring our leadership program to America, because it's really unique and very successful in Israel. And if it's not going to work with Ashland, we'll do other options here, but Richland County is definitely something that we see as a target for us to even get deeper ties, and again, to be the first place where we bring our program from Israel also to educate and train young leaders here. So speaking about young leaders, it's always funny because my friend who's here, I always see him as my younger brother, and as we age, it looks like he's always young and he stays young. And the reason is because he's one of the, I believe, most promising young leaders in Israel today. Being a leader in Israel, it's completely different than being a leader, political leader, than being a political leader in the States. And the reason is that the challenges that are caused by the security issues, first of all, really divide the country strongly, but also means that many times you have to postpone your other agenda, which is part of your identity, which is why you became a leader, because we're dealing with security and security and security and security all the time. So for leaders who want to reach out to communities, work on economical issues and work on other issues, social, economical, and community issues, they hardly have any time for this, because it's always, let's vote about this, or we have a threat from Syria, or we have a threat here, or the Hezbollah, or the Hamas. Our speaker today is an example of how you can be different. And while you have to deal with the security issues and be very clear with your voice on this, he still is aware of the other challenges that the Israeli society has. And he has open ears and open eyes to listen to the people and the public. He understands that he's there to serve. He's not looking for, get me more and more respect and honor. It's about me serving you. And this is why I never asked him to go through our leadership program, because for me he's a perfect leader. So it's with great honor for me to introduce one of the brightest talents in Israeli politics that I have ever seen, and someone I will always support, even when we disagree about a few ideas in politics. That's fine, because we just want Israel to have leaders who put Israel ahead of them. And it's not about them, it's about Israel. It's about securing the future of that land. So with no further introduction, I just want to invite you over here and give you a big hug, and thank you for coming to Ohio. Deputy Speaker of our Knesset, Mr. Hilik Bar.